Welcome to a whirlwind edition of RFD today. Once again, I'm Kyle, and he's Evan.
Yes, and we have more stuff than we know what to do with in today's episode.
So be prepared for a long edition, but it is, like I said, chock full of information.
So first of all, we need to welcome to the show a first-time guest of Radio Free Decipher.
Hello.
Trevor
McGregor.
I was like building it up so much. How you doing,
Trevor?
Trevor?
There should be a lot of build-up because it's my first one. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Well, now, you used to listen to RFD a lot before you came to work here at Decipher. You were like one of the 3 people out there that listened to this show.
3 people.
And
now there's just 2 out there.
And you used to always send us emails after we talked about 24.
Yep.
Because you, as well, are a big 24 fan.
That's awesome.
Yes, very much.
But you did not come on to discuss 24 with us today, as fun as that would be.
Actually, I have a pretty long list of things to go over.
But before we get to that, let me give everyone a little bit of a rundown of what we're going to talk about today, because like I said, it's a full show. We are going to talk with Trevor about all of the stuff that's going on with the DGMA and a lot of new tournament formats, and Trevor here is going to spoil tons and tons of stuff.
Yeah.
As well as we are going to spoil a Necessary Evil card.
Yep.
And another Distortion card, as well as a Siege of Gondor card.
So this is 3rd annual Spoiler Day.
Woo! 3rd annual Spoiler Day. Now,
long-time listeners of RFD will know that this is something that happens once a year, but not regularly.
Yeah, it happens once a year, but never on the same date. And this is we're like
early this year.
Doing 3rd annual Spoiler Day really early this year, so they're going to have to wait a long time to do another spoiler.
And Trevor's here,
so
oh, that's great.
So, where would you like to start, Trevor?
Okay, well, I mean, I'm here to go over the DGMA schedule for at least a preliminary DGMA schedule for the upcoming 2004, and then to talk a little bit about the X list, which we changed this week. One of the things I wanted to talk about, Dan and I are real excited. I know Kyle's real excited about this. For the month of February and the month of March, any tournament you play in for Lord of the Rings TCG, the prizes are being changed over from the regular foils that we send out. First place gets a rare foil, second place gets an uncommon, a random participant gets a common. We're changing that all over to a Tengwar version of Sting Baggins Heirloom.
That's so cool.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but first place gets a Sting Baggins Heirloom Tengwar.
Right.
Second place gets a Sting Tengwar Baggins Heirloom, and the random participant gets one as well. So all 3 people.
All 3 people.
That is too cool. For 2 months.
For 2 months.
Okay.
We're very, very excited about this. We think it should is a nice little reward for our tournament players. So one of the things Dan wanted me to definitely, and I definitely want to express to the listeners and to the regular readers of our website, is we get questions all the time about the 2004 championship tournament schedule, and it's still not entirely final. We're just working very, very hard to get it final. But I have a few things I can go over.
Okay, real quick. Is there any way you can give us a little background before we get to the big schedule?
Sure.
Give us some background on the Sting Baggins Heirloom. How did that card get created? Why did it get created? And how did it get to where it is now?
It got created.
There's kind of a little bit of a backstory.
There's a little bit of a backstory. It got created because there was a proponent for Sting being included in the Two Towers anthology.
Right.
And I'm sure Kyle will let us know who the proponent is.
I can't remember anymore.
You can't remember?
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago, other than the fact that it was you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I felt that it should be in there. It's an important card.
Right.
It's a gorgeous picture too.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very good picture.
And well, the consensus was that it wasn't to be in there. However, it was definitely the 19th card. There were 18 cards in the set, and it was definitely like everybody said. Well, yeah, if any other one out there should be in there, it would be Sting. But it wasn't going to be created. Then
we went ahead and included them to. I'm not certain.
Okay. Here's what happened. Basically, when we went to Daniel Reeves, who is the guy that does all of the Tengwar, the Elven writing for us, we weren't sure if some of the cards had too much game text, so that all the Tengwar wouldn't fit on it, especially the Easterling Captain
and Uglik.
Something like that, right? So we included a 19th card for him to do the Tengwar version of, just in case the Tengwar didn't fit on those other two.
Right.
And the Tengwar wound up fitting on all of those, so when we got them all back, we had 19 cards. So we were like, well, we've got a 19th card here.
So voila.
Yep.
Tengwar staying.
Yes, it should be great. I think the players out there would be real excited about it.
I definitely
think it's cool.
So.
All right. So now
to the tournament.
Let's talk about that big schedule that you referenced.
The big schedule. The first thing is we're the release kits. This is to celebrate a release for any of the different games that we make.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weekend after the release comes out, and these kits are available to be purchased by a retailer or a volunteer for Decipher, and they can be purchased at retailers.decipher.com or volunteers.decipher.com. There's one for obviously all our games: .hack, Enemy, TCG, or I guess there's to say most of our games: Star Trek, CCG, and Lord of the Rings, CCG. Each of these cards has an exclusive card associated with it. Like for .hack, I spoiled to the volunteers the card. It's actually a field card. Hidden, Forbidden, Holy Ground. This is known as the anti-monster card.
The anti-all monster.
The anti-all monster card, yes.
Card, yeah.
I'm not going to go into the spoiler here,
okay.
but the spoiler is floating around out there, and there should be a story next week on DGMA where the whole world can see the spoiler.
Not going into the spoiler on spoiler day. Go ahead, Trevor.
Okay,
go into the spoiler.
Go into the spoiler?
Go into the spoiler.
Okay,
go ahead.
It's a water field with a Destiny 3. And then the text is, monsters and fields cannot be played. At the start of any player's turn, that player may return 2 of his or her hidden cards to hand to destroy his field. And then the text that goes along, a Sanctuary of Secrets. And then the 2 play box is spend 2 level up cards.
Okay. So
takes
a little juice.
Yeah, it takes a little.
But man, once it's out, like the all monster deck just gets shut down.
For at least 3 turns.
To play the hidden cards.
And then there's the Star Trek release event for Necessary Evil is going to have Sela, and I didn't actually write down her
I knew you would ask me the subtitle. Give me a second here.
It's funny because today on the show we all have like these giant
reams of paper
of all the cards. Like we have a complete printout of all of the distortion cards and all the promo cards. We have one of all the Lord of the Rings promo cards and all the Star Trek Necessary Evil cards and the promo cards that are associated with it.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who want to be a fly on the wall of this room right now. It is Sela Devious Schemer is the card there.
And then I forgot to mention the release kits. What I'm real excited about is the shirts. There's a shirt that goes along with it. The winner, or however the store wants to do it, a random participant wins the shirt. For the .hack, the shirt is Tsukasa, because the field doesn't look quite as cool on a shirt.
Right. Tsukasa's a little more popular than
a little bit more.
Just
a little. For Star Trek, we're actually using this Sela image.
Right.
And then I guess I should segue into rings. Lord of the Rings is actually, this is. I guess we'll go ahead and do the.
This is the Siege of Gondor.
This is the Siege of Gondor
release
spoiler.
kit and the card that goes with it.
So this right here is the Siege of Gondor spoiler.
Yeah, this is
the
first one that we've spoiled so far.
Okay, what do we got?
First Siege of Gondor card right here. Everybody drum roll.
It's Aomer, Keeper of Oaths. He's a
Keeper
Twilight
of Oaths.
Oaths.
Oaths?
It's a picture of Wilford Brimley.
Oaths.
Yes, now you got it.
Such a jerk.
His Twilight cost is 3. His strength is 8. He's got a 3 vitality. 8 strength, yeah. And he's a Gandalf signet. And his text is, when you play Aomer, except in your starting fellowship, you may reveal the top 10 cards of your draw deck and play any Rohan possessions revealed. Shuffle your draw deck.
Mother of all that is holy.
I think Kyle's impressed.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah,
because Rohan kind of likes their little item.
They're a real big fan of their horses.
Yeah,
so.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then to move on to the next event, the Territorial Open season is almost upon us.
Okay.
This is how most players qualify for the World Championship.
Right.
The winner of each territorial worldwide earns a bye into the Day 2 of the World Championship for whatever game they win their territorials for. The territorial season for all of our games is March 1st through May 2nd. And each of these, we're real excited. I know Kyle's excited, Dan's excited. Each of these actually has a card associated with it. Like if you play in a territorial for Star Trek, you'll get a card just for playing. You don't have to win anything. You just show up and you get the card. I'll go over the.
You have to show up and play.
Well, yeah, actually, you have to play. Sorry, you have to play. The The dot hack card is Net Slum.
Oh, I love this card.
Yeah. We're not going to go into the...
Right.
Yeah. We can't overdo it all in one day.
Oh, it's a good one.
Not
but
even
we're not going to tell you.
Net Slum?
There is a fun little thing that happens with this.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this card at lunch today.
Yeah, we were.
The Star Trek card is Captain Picard, alternate image.
Jean-Luc Picard.
And then the Lord of the Rings is an alternate image card of Eowyn Durnhelm, which is one of the more popular cards out of
She's still
Return
young.
of the King.
And that Jean-Luc Picard Starship Captain is the subtitle there.
Okay.
It is neither of the Picards from Premiere. It's a new Picard.
Yeah.
A new Picard.
Yes.
Yep. We were just to give everybody a little hint. The Net Slum goes really well with the level 3 long arm weapon from Contagion.
Yeah, in fact, that was Bojo wanted to build a deck with the long arms and put
Like,
Net Slum.
The words broken come to mind.
It's pretty solid. But again, that's March 1st through May 2nd is the territorial season. And then there's the PSQ, the Premier Series Qualifier. We're redoing the way those are done a little bit this year. We're actually included cards that everybody can get with those. I know you talked about a little bit last week about the Premier Series Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then this is along the same lines. There's cards that you get for participating, for playing in a Premier Series qualifier. For Lord of the Rings, it is an alternate image Arwen Fair Elf Maiden, who is a great picture in my opinion.
It's Goth Arwen.
Yeah, it's Goth Arwen.
She's very macabre. Anyway.
That was a...
Yeah, thanks.
And then the dot hack PSQ participants get the Girl in White card, which is another pretty solid card.
It's
and that's
Destiny
exclusive
3.
gameplay. Destiny 3, which is always good.
I love that lore. I'm looking at the card.
What does the lore say?
I can't pronounce it. It's garbled text.
Yeah,
it's the garbled text with the fans of the
games.
The Project Hack will definitely understand where that comes from.
Yes.
And probably know more than. And then I can go
Chuck
in.
probably had fun right now.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
Chuck was very excited about that. Yeah.
I'll bet.
And then our first Premier Series, I can go ahead and give the dates for that.
Awesome.
First Premier Series for Lord of the Rings TCG will be in Las Vegas, March 14th through the 16th. I haven't nailed down exactly where it'll be yet, but it's definitely March. If you're making travel arrangements, you can go ahead and
it'll be probably at Binion's. And there
no, it won't. The one place we know it won't be.
It won't probably be. And then everybody always asks about what shirts we're doing for which particular Premier Series.
Right.
We've already started on the shirt for the Premier Series Vegas. It is the alternate image Arwen is going to be on the
Goth Arwen is going to be on the shirt. Cool.
Yep.
Goth Arwen.
And then the World Championships this year is going to be for all of our games: Beyblade, Dot Hack, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, is at Gen Con in Indianapolis on August 19th through the 22nd. And then for those that like to plan way ahead, the World Cup again is going to be in Essen.
Okay.
Is it going to start a day early again, or is
it's
it going
to probably start a day early?
Okay.
We're actually looking to expand it to maybe a 5-day event for the World Cup. Yeah, Kyle had a great time with the world, helping me out.
Running back and forth to the hotel.
Yeah, that was. I was like, man, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
it was, and that's October 21st through the 24th.
Okay.
And then Star Trek, we actually have a few events. I don't have the exact dates, but they'll be on DGMA next week.
Okay.
The first maiden voyage of the year is going to be in Ireland the first weekend of February. And the second maiden voyage is going to be in Mobile, Alabama, the last week of February.
So we'll watch the dates of those next on DGMA.
And where they're going to be and where the specific venue is and stuff.
Now, can you tell us where any of the other PSEs are going to be going on? Not at this point.
Not at this point, no, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
That all has yet to be finalized.
Yeah, we're still trying to nail all that down and make sure you guys, before we let you know, we know for sure ourselves.
Right.
And then you got going back to the Premier Series Invitational, the second Premier Series Invitational.
The first one is in Prague, right?
The first one is in Prague on the 24th of this month, and then the second one is in February in Athens, Greece.
Wow.
So, and then the venue holding this event, you touched on it last week. The prize pool is $500 Decipher dollars. the venue that's holding this event is actually putting $600 in the prize pool also.
Wow, for the Greece one.
For the Greece one, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're real excited about that.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then I guess the other reason I'm on here this week is to talk a little bit about the X-List changes.
The X-List changes.
Okay.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the X-List was changed this Tuesday, and the changes are effective now.
Okay.
So for tournaments this weekend, you need to
take these cards out.
Yeah, take these cards out, or
actually, put one back in.
You can put one back in. Yeah, after the environment changing and the site path changing allowed the Urk regular to actually make an appearance back in the standard. But based on
Urk regular.
Yay, Urk regular. Based on everybody seeing the tournament environment over the past year, and with some of the other cards being introduced and stuff, we've decided to make a few changes. Bill the Pony, the Palantir of Orthanc, Relics of Moria, and the Frying Pan have all been added to the X-List. So
I think a lot of people saw the Frying Pan and the Palantir coming.
Yeah, and then
Bill the Pony.
Actually, Bill the Pony was asked a lot last. I was looking at when we were doing this, because I'm relatively new to Decipher, looking on what was done last year when we introduced, and there was a lot of questions about Bill the Pony, why No Stranger to the Shadows was on the X-List and Bill the Pony.
And Bill wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, it had to do with the site path at the time.
Yeah. And the site path's changed.
Right.
And there's no reason not to play Bill. I mean, everybody always has the Hobbit. And
tell us a little bit about Relics of Moria.
Okay, Relics of Moria was introduced in the first set, and it's still very prominent in all the tournament scenes across the world. With the Frying Pan being very strong, over strong, and so Frying Pan was definitely always talked about being added to the X-List. However, with that, the Frying Pan was designed as a counter for the Moria culture.
Right.
We have to look at reasons to
slow
Moria down some.
Yeah. With the Frying Pan being gone, Moria can just start running amok, basically.
Yes. Relics is pretty strong by itself. Right. I mean, it's just too good at what it does.
Right.
It allows you to play your scimitars over and over and over again at virtually no cost.
Turn,
So it allows you effectively to have a hand size of 12 instead of a hand size of 8, which is a huge advantage when you're in a swarming culture like Moria is.
Yep.
So
okay.
Cool.
Pretty much.
So that is the story behind the story?
That is the story behind the story.
Wow.
You
all
like
right.
that?
Sounds good.
All right.
Is that it for you for the DGMA today?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do real quick, so we can kind of wrap it up. I know we've been imparting quite a bit of information. We'll go over
to
Evan.
We have one more spoiler.
Two more. We've got one Necessary Evil and one more dot hack one.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Trevor here spoiled a promo card. I'm going to spoil something from Distortion.
I see the distinction.
That's what we're doing.
All right, well, I will go first. This is... You've been seeing that we've been playing with events a lot in the cards that have gone up on the website. Croesus made a big splash yesterday when he went up. So we decided we'd give you another...
I got to tell you, when we showed Croesus off at the Gen Con PC Summit, people were just like tripping over themselves. They thought it was so cool. Whatever dilemma it was that we showed.
In training got most of the buzz.
Yeah, boy, both those were really, really popular. So go on. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Let's talk about Croesus because he's awesome. And as people found out yesterday when he went up, he's also foiled.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the foils. There's a subset of 18 foils in Necessary Evil, and he's one of them.
That's great.
So here we go. The card that I have today is a new version of Jadzia Dax. She is still Federation.
One of my faves.
Jadzia Dax, Problem Solver is her subtitle.
Okay.
She costs 3. She is, as you would expect, a Trill. She has a staff icon and a DS9 icon. Her skills are Astrometrics, Physics, Programming, Science, and she has the host keyword, of course. And her game text is, when you are about to place an event in your discard pile, you may stop this personnel to place it on the bottom of your deck instead.
Nice.
So she is, she's very good with events in a few ways. If one of yours is being destroyed, you can reclaim it.
Right.
One of the favorite tricks that we had in playtesting and development was to use it with the existing Confessions in the Pale Moonlight card that's like a skill selector for the Deep Space Nine affiliation. So you can use Jadzia to reclaim that again and again and again and keep choosing skills. She's beefy. Also, I should mention her integrity is 6, cunning 7, strength 6. She is first edition compatible. And for the list makers, I'm finally going to give you a card number because none of the stuff that we have previewed so far. This is 4R139. So there you go.
You can see everybody typing on their keyboards right now.
Yes. So suddenly a whole bunch of people have to re-alphabetize their speculative lists around the one bit of information they have.
Right.
I really like to look at the speculative lists that people put
up.
They're
pretty
far
fun.
more inventive than I am.
Yeah, they are pretty fun. I've got an article that goes up next week that's going to throw a monkey wrench or two into the spec lists too.
Well, and the fact that you just say that there's a subset of 12 foils kind of probably, makes
18.
Or 8. That's what I said.
18.
Radio edit. No. Makes it all kind of fun as well to guess and speculate.
What might get foiled, what might not. We'll see what they do with it. So there you go, Jadzia Dax. Fun for events.
Can we tell people what the year 2004 means to the Star Trek card game?
Well, I think a lot of the fans know, but the 2004 marks the 10th anniversary of Star Trek CCG. It began in November of 1994, and I spent every dollar of disposable income I had, and some I couldn't afford, to snatch up my complete Black Border Premier set.
And now you have a job here, designing the game that you worked so hard at spending all your disposable income on.
Yes. I prefer to call it an investment.
Excellent.
But it's going to be exciting. There's coming up first of all, I mean, Necessary Evil is what we feel very, very good about this set, and then in addition, there's stuff coming down the road that will kind of help highlight the 10th anniversary. So it should be a good year for Trek.
My turn.
Your turn.
All right, Distortion. Here we come, Distortion. I have an extra rare that I'm going to display. Because, whatever that means.
Hey, if we had extra rares in Star Trek, maybe I'd have done one.
Yeah, foils.
Yeah.
All right, this is an item.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people are going to go, "Oh man, we've already seen Tsukasa's Guardian in the articles in the magazines." This isn't Tsukasa's Guardian.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a Thunder Elements item, Destiny 3.
Okay.
So it's called Thunder Armor. So it is an item, armor. It is a level 3 armor.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that's the first one. I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
The first one, yeah. You get strength +2.
Okay.
Which is good, especially on Benki. You get tolerance of 4.
Nice.
Dang, that's big.
That might be good on Pyros.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, Pyros would never die. It says, when you play this item, all cards in each player's hand are removed from the game. And then the little flavor text says, no one is immune to the effects of thunder. Everyone, thank Chuck for that.
Nice.
And then the to-play requirements. Return a level 2 armor on bearer to your hand. Bearer may be any PC except a Wave Master, Twin Blade, or Long Arm.
Okay.
And then the number, for those keeping track, is 2X123.
Okay.
There you have the Thunder Armor.
So now they know 2 of the extra rares.
They know more than 2.
Well, they know, the 2 that weren't.
They know Marlowe and A20 and Tsukasa and Thunder Armor and Tsukasa's Guardian.
Yeah.
And that's it. They don't know about...
Oh.
Well, they know the name text, but they don't know Nuke, they don't know Kubia, and they don't know Delegion, or whatever it is.
Actually, they know Magus, because he's actually in my
Magus
deck.
Is one too. Where's Magus on? Oh, he's on the next page. Hang on. Oh, so they also don't know...
Oh, we got to stop you before you spoil again.
No, but they're all up on the website already, but they don't know the Headhunt Lord. Wait, was he extra? Yeah. And the Delegate Note.
You're just holding their feet over the coals, man.
He's
third annual spoiler day.
He's going to have a good time out on his level up tour.
Yeah, people are going to
No kidding.
So, hey, yeah, you mentioned that the second maiden voyage happens in Mobile. I'm going to Mobile on my Level Up tour. How about that?
Are you going to be there at the same time?
The first week of February?
No, you won't be there.
No.
But you will be in New Orleans for
Mardi Gras.
No, it's actually the week before Mardi Gras. So I'm actually in New Orleans on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. My tour was actually supposed to start in Houston on Super Bowl Sunday.
Where the Super Bowl is happening. Yeah,
Ouch.
you had to cancel that
we
stop.
Had to work around
a day.
Yeah. It was going to be rather interesting.
So yeah, all the Level Up tours are popping up on the internet, so be sure and go check those out, and go beat up on that Decipher employee that heads out near you.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
3rd annual spoiler day.
It was juicy. Trevor, thanks for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me.
And to all the rest of you, have a
Happy
great
to
weekend.